founder of the women-led Midwest-made furniture brand 40 Goods. Please welcome Sharon Kevil. Kevil. I had it. I got it right the first time. I gotta have more confidence.
I know, you're doing so good.
Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. This is fun.
I'm so glad. It would be a bummer if a guest was like, "Thanks for having me. This is awful."
I would honestly, I would respect the power move though.
I would start crying.
Yeah, if somebody's just like, "Thank you, but this sucks." Sharon, your furniture, I think, as we all know, has a secret, and that secret is lockable compartments for safely storing your cannabis. Also, you can control the locking system from your phone, which is very convenient. Where did this idea come from? Is this all you and smoking weed?
Yeah. I mean, I live in Wisconsin, which does not have legal cannabis. And
whoa, I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
And I've had a relationship with the plant on and off since high school. It's really helpful when you're a parent of a young child. And
don't I know it?
There was one day where I think my daughter was about 3, she's 7 now. We were in the kitchen coloring. My husband was on a business trip, so it was just the two of us. I had to change some laundry, so I ran downstairs. We were coloring. I told her, "Stay there, I'll be right back." I ran downstairs, changed laundry as fast as I could. When I came back up the stairs, I looked into our kitchen and she had pushed a bar stool that was as tall as she is, climbed up on it, was in a cabinet and eating fistfuls of my husband's Mike and Ike candy, no THC. And I was like, oh dear God, number 1, no sudden movements because she could fall. 2, she sees where everything is hidden, nothing is sacred. And 3, thank God that there wasn't any THC in what she had found. So I immediately set about to find a stylish way to lock things up in our house. And with my background in interior design and furniture design, I figured that if I couldn't find it, something that existed like that out in the world, that it would be up to me to make it. And that's what I did.
So I have a 1.5-year-old. So she's just starting to, yeah, it's starting. And right now our, non-child friendly items are they're up top and they're in boxes, but it's still like, I don't know. And then I get nervous when the babysitter's here because she's a teen and I want to lock it up from her. Not that it's just better if you get what I'm saying. Even though I really didn't even make a statement just now, but yeah.
For sure. I mean, the other day my daughter pulled something, I'm not going to say exactly what it was, non-cannabis related, but she pulled a certain silicone thing out and was like, "Mommy, what's this ring?" And I was like, "Oh, that's got to go in the trash now."
Oh yeah.
So,
you got to get rid of
there are other devices, personal pleasure devices that you may want to keep locked up and away from your child because you don't want those two things associated.
And away from your husband. Am I right? No. Moms need some time to themselves. Let's look at these beauties. Let's look at some of these pieces.
Sure.
I want to get stoned and have you come over and organize.
That's our Evelyn coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
And that one comes with one locking drawer. So in our house, I do have one of our prototype versions of Evelyn, and I actually keep our remote locked up in it because it's always going missing.
Yeah, and also kids love remotes.
Yes.
I don't make a blanket statement.
But yeah, I hated remotes as a child, actually.
Did you?
No, of course not. It's insane.
Sarcasm.
I got it.
and then I believe we have a video of a dresser, I think. What is that?
Wait a second. Whoa.
I want to
That
see
was
that
the
video.
wrong photo for the wrong segment. I know.
Yeah, I kind of want to know what's going on too.
Do we have the video of the dresser, I believe, that you have in your collection? If not, we can just look at that photo of David. You go ahead.
I go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. It's crazy. Do you have any other like cannabis-friendly features in these, or is it just the storage? Like,
No, it's
you have like a table
so-
that's also a bong, or
Yeah, no, I wish. Maybe that'll be in the next iteration. But the version that I have behind me, Eleanor, this one comes standard with a locking drawer. It's locked right now, so you can't get in it. And then you use your app to unlock it. I also have there are carbon filters, replaceable carbon filters that go up under the inside of the drawers to absorb odors, because even though the smell I think is divine, not everybody wants their house to smell like weed.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
I think I want that dresser.
I
It's
think
a
I want
beautiful
that
piece of
lead.
furniture, even.
Do you want me to show you how? Well, and
Oh,
that's
there
the
we
thing.
go.
Like we wanted to have something that was going to be like beautiful, that people would want in their homes, even if it didn't have this
Yeah.
feature. And then, on top of it, it's sustainably made. It's made in the US, using finishes that aren't going to stink up your home. It comes fully assembled. There are no, pictograms and Allen wrenches that come with our furniture. It's fully assembled, and it's stuff that you
that's
can
great.
hand down for generations. So you could be saving your great grandkids from accidental ingestion.
Yeah. And also save our kids and grandkids from their kids getting. Anyways,
Yes,
I was
exactly.
trying to.
You were there. You
What?
were
I was
you were
almost
there.
there, and then I
You
gave
were
up.
there.
See,
See?
Yeah. So, can you talk a little bit about the red tape in making
for
some of
sure.
these products? Especially because you live in a state where it's not legal. So I'm curious to know what were some of the red tape, and also what cannabis serving is versus plant touching.
Sure. So, cannabis serving is anything that is made sort of in service of consuming cannabis, storing cannabis, what people used to call paraphernalia. And plant touching is any company that basically makes or processes cannabis. And we are not plant touching. There is no hemp or cannabis derived products, no THC, no CBD in anything that we sell. But we're treated as if we were the same thing as a vaporizer, a bong, rolling papers, which means that, we can't bank, or I should say we couldn't previously, we couldn't bank, and we couldn't advertise, which is really hard on, a new company. So, we were looking at ourselves as, or what other people in other categories were doing that are similar to us. So like if you look at firearms, guns and ammo are restricted in terms of advertising, but gun safes are not restricted. And so, safe storage, I feel that should never be restricted in any way, shape, or form, because you're helping to keep something that could be harmful out of somebody else's way, usually children. And unfortunately, because cannabis is still federally illegal, we were restricted from advertising in the same way that, everybody else who is, adjacent, plant adjacent, non-plant touching is, the same hoops that we have to jump through. So I wouldn't say the way we got around it, but the way that we pivoted and addressed some of these issues is, since the beginning, I've been telling people, I make locking storage furniture, drawers that lock, controlled with an app, and, this is what I do. And people are like, oh, great, for like guns and alcohol. And I'd be like, no, for weed. And people would be like super just confused by it. And
they're like more comfortable with you
alcohol
owning a gun.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you can advertise anything for owning a gun, but like the moment that you bring something that's never killed anyone into it, it becomes like this taboo thing. So, I eventually just kind of realized that if you can't beat them, join them. And so we sort of rebranded ourselves into safe storage furniture for the modern connected home. And now we're able to bank normally. We're able to advertise normally. And frankly, now we have more customers who are interested in a product that they still felt, there is unfortunately still crazy a stigma surrounding people who consume cannabis. And when you're inside the industry, I know it is. When you're inside the industry, like it feels like everybody does it. And then when you talk to people outside, you're like, oh yeah, everybody there's still this weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate how people have to backdoor. It's like, did you ever go into head shops when you were a kid and they'd be like, oh, this is a $50 liquid incense burner?
Oh,
Yes,
I worked in a head shop for a few weeks in college, and my boss, who was like on another planet, exactly the type of person you thought would own a head shop. She was this like hippie lady in Ithaca, and she was like, you can only refer to them as water pipes. Like that was like a huge thing. Legally, you can only call them water pipes. And then the other thing she would tell me is to not let anyone touch them. Like I had to show them because they're expensive. And so she leaves me alone in the store my first day, and I'm like so nervous because I'm like, okay, it's illegal to call them bongs and don't let anyone touch them. So the first customer comes in and it's like, do you have any bongs? I was like, water. Like I freak out. I'm like, water pipes. And then they go to the shelf where they're at and they start to reach for them. And I, in a panic, was like, no. And in my process of moving their hand out of the way, knocked over 4 water pipes, and they all smashed to the ground.
Gee, was it like $600 worth of water
Oh
pipes?
yeah, it was like $600 plus worth. And she comes, and I was like, I told her what happened. She's like, oh, literally goes, oh, bummer, man. And she swept it up and like was supposed to like figure out a way that I was gonna, and never did. Yeah.
I love head shops. I love weed. You're sitting in front of one of your pieces right now. Could you demo that for us?
Sure. So this is the app, and I have it on Eleanor. It's going to be really hard for you to see this on screen here.
Okay.
But basically, like anywhere on this line, you tap, and it will unlock the drawer. So right now, it's locked. And then I'm going to tap it. And now it's unlocked. You can kind of see the latch back here. And then when you're ready, we have a couple of different ways that you can lock it again. This is manual mode, so you can open and close the door as many times as you want, and it will stay open until you physically lock it again, which I'll do now. I don't know if you can hear that.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's locked, and you can't get back into it again. We also have an automatic mode for people who are forgetful like me, where once you unlock it, you can, it basically is just, it unlocks it once. So you open up the drawer, and then when you close it again, it automatically locks. And that's helpful in case you forget and walk away.
Yeah. I'm going to buy this with my weed hosting show paycheck.
That's amazing.
It's like
talk about normalization of cannabis. I'm gonna buy
Weed Inception. Is that what that movie was about?
I don't know what it was about, but I'm gonna say yeah. I also like that end table. Okay, we've been asking every guest on the show this question, and I feel like we've touched upon this a little bit. But what would you say is the number one reason why cannabis should be federally legalized?
I mean, it's a plant. I mean, like, this thing is not illegal. Like, it's a plant. It's a botanical plant. Like, I just don't think that we should be making a plant illegal, number one. Number two, if alcohol and fentanyl and opioids are all legal, like those are some of those things have absolutely ruined lives. And we have we have a plant that gives long-term chronic pain benefit. Or I should say relief, not benefit, relief. It's never killed anyone. Why is it so dangerous? Why is it scheduled so crazy? I mean, it just makes no sense. I think the main reason why it should be legal is for common sense reasons.
I love this answer. I also just loved, I think your first line of just, it's a plant. Like long pause, like, yeah, it's a plant. The only life that it ever ruined that I know of was my head shop boss when I broke those bongs and she forgot to charge me for them.
I don't know. It sounds like she had a really healthy view on it.
That's true.
Yeah, she did. She was just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like she really took it in and let it go.
I will say the store did close like a month later, so I don't think she was good at business. But that wasn't her forte.
No, that was it was glass blowing.
Her forte was wearing long skirts and dancing like this. That's okay. We all got different strengths.
Yeah, follow your passions, but.
Sharon, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, you can find her on Instagram at anytime.
At Gborie Goods.
Gborie Goods. FORTIGOODS.
Yep.
And once again, thanks so much for coming on.
I'm going to hit you up for that discount. Wink, wink.
Yes, please do.
No pressure. She offered it to me with her eyes.
You don't have to say wink, wink if you're going to do it, right?
I don't know. I felt like she and I had a rapport going.
Okay.
She's a mom. It's mom humor, mom jokes. Dads aren't the only ones that make bad jokes. Moms make terrible jokes.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah. Moms can also be unfunny.
Moms are unfunny. I'll call mine right now. Sharon, thanks so much.
Thank you.